Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Skyrim, where we are not playing as Sarah. We are playing as Grog. Grog is an orc. He's actually a stronghold orc. He's lived at this stronghold probably most of his life. My thought process is that when he was a very young orc, his father was bringing him through Skyrim for one reason or another. They got into a fight. His father died saving his life, and a couple of these orcs here who were out hunting found him and brought him back here. And he's been training. Now, Grog might look like he's old. He might look like he's seen a few years, especially with his hair being in a grayish area and his features looking relatively ragged. He's not actually that old. I would actually say he's probably only in his maybe early 20s or whatever that equates to an orc. I don't know how their aging system works. But Grog has gotten to the point in the stronghold where they're not okay with him staying. He's not getting kicked out. They're just telling him that he needs to go out and find himself in the world. And he kind of agrees with that. He needs to go out and figure out who he is and what he's going to do with his life. He is a worshiper in Malakath. I've already done a couple of things to set this up, just to make it easier on us. Grog does not know Grog knows a little bit of healing magic. Truthfully, I've tried to play without the healing spell before. It just doesn't work for me. But he's not going to be using it a lot. I'm going to try and use it as little as possible. So, yeah. Right now he is peckish. We are playing with survival mode installed. We have Follower of Malakath. We have Deathbringer, which gives us an increase of power attack of 5% more damage based on favor with Malakath. So once our favor goes up, we'll get more. We also have Stalwart, which is gives a 50% resistance to hunger and fatigue and increases resistance to cold environments. That's useful. And then, of course, we have our Follower Malakath tenets. We have to defeat epic foes, improve weapons and armor, never commit a crime against the stronghold. Orcs and those good at smithing are good for his favor. So nothing important. So we'll probably call upon Malakath to bless us for this outing. Now, right now we do have the orc heavy armor. It starts you with this. I was running around for a few minutes trying to find a way to get better stuff. Also, first, let's go through this real quick. We're going to start Hunterborn up because we are going to use Hunterborn. This character is going to be fully roleplayed. It's not going to be. We're not going for the main quest or anything like that. We probably will never become Dragonborn. We might see the dragon, but that's not part of Grog's goal. I will be explaining Grog's goal once we get this taken care of. Time, off, crouching, process, ambient abundancy, knives, metal and materials, normal, knives, common, realism, combat, that's fine, knives, that's fine, dragons, that's fine, more, animation, off, and fades, off. Alright. That should be everything set up with Hunterborn. I just don't like all that stuff with Hunterborn. He is going to be praying a lot to Malakath. He wants to be a good follower of Malakath. I have 3 goals. 2 of them are something that I can control, and one of them is something that's more of a restriction. The first goal is Malakath wants to go to each of the 4 strongholds here in Skyrim. I know where this one is because we've already found it. I think I know that the other one is somewhere up in this region. I think there's one over in this region, and I think the last one is down here. I'm not entirely sure though. This is from another mod I have installed. We're not going to be doing this quest either. We're going to be very focused on the mods we're going to be doing because I'm planning on this being a very short story, just going to be Grog's story as I came up with the idea and I liked the idea of it. But let's go into the quest real quick. We're going to turn off that one, and we're going to turn off the live another life. Grog's got his own goals. We're going to be going to each of the strongholds and talking to them. We're going to be talking to the orcs around here for the first episode, and then getting a little bit outside. But Grog wants to go to every single stronghold and help every single stronghold with their developments. He wants to talk to them, he wants to get their help, and he wants to do what he can to aid the orcs of the strongholds. The second thing he does, the second thing he wants to do is he wants to help. He wants to fight each of the chieftains. He wants to fight all 4 chieftains. He's planning on fighting all 4. For those of you who know the Skyrim, you know that that's not going to happen. But he wants to fight all 4, so he can prove himself strong in the eyes of Malakath and in the eyes of the other orcs. That's where the second goal comes into mind. The second goal is that he wants to defeat. He's going to want to do Malakath's mission and get Malakath's Daedric artifact, the hammer that's in it. We're also going to be collecting juniper berries because he is an alchemist. He does know a little bit about alchemy. There are orcs that do alchemy in the thing. He's also a smith. Mastering smithy might be one thing he wants to do, and maybe make himself a suit of grand armor. Now, like I mentioned before, I don't really like the armor we have right now because I don't like having extra armor. I will be abandoning this armor at some point once we have something to put on over instead of it. He'll be working his way from the ground up. As far as the weapon that he has goes, he has an orcish war axe. He'll be using that for a little while. He prefers two-handed swords. I don't know if we're going to go get Umbra. We might go get Umbra at some point. I don't want to go get Umbra right now because I definitely don't want to have Umbra at the start. And I don't know if I should get Umbra since it's the Daedric weapon of another Daedric prince. I know that it's not the Daedric prince that I know it's not the Daedric prince Boethia, which I know Boethia is the enemy of Malakath. So we're definitely not going to be joining Boethia. But I might consider getting Umbra since that's a really strong two-handed longsword. I might not. I might go with a different. I might try to find a different long-term weapon since we probably aren't going to get Malakath's weapon for quite some time. The restriction I have is that I'm going to avoid going into the towns of Skyrim. Now, I debated on that for a while because I know that the orcs trade with the towns of Skyrim. I know that they work with the Nords. It's one reason why the Nords accept them. So, or not why they accept them, but why they tolerate them. So I was considering not doing that and just allowing myself to go into the holds. But I am definitely going to try to avoid sleeping in the towns, and I'm definitely going to avoid straight up buying and selling from the towns. I might buy and sell from the towns eventually, but I know Grog's gonna have a really difficult time at the beginning. I'm under the impression that the story might be that his father was attacked by like Nord hunters. Like he's under the impression Nord hunters attacked his father. It's not actually the case. It turns out that it's actually more of like the hunters like tried to save his father from a wolf attack or something, or like it was an accident of some kind. But what I will be trying to do is, well, the first thing Grog's going to do is first he's going to take out this wolf. Now the sad thing is that we're not going to be able to get much from this wolf because I don't have a knife on me, and I don't think I can get a knife right now. I had to set up the knives. I only set it up Hunterborn a few minutes ago, like you guys saw, and I think that might mean that the orc's inventory has not been made properly. Now, what is this? Because this definitely seems out of the way. Reachwire Eerie. Now, this isn't a human stronghold, so I don't think that this would be an issue with my restriction. We're going to go ahead and step inside and quick and check this place out. I'm mostly curious because I don't think it's... Oh, you are strong. Never mind. Grog, get out of here. Anybody saying, Grog, you're a coward, you're running away? No, Grog is intelligent. Grog knows when it's time to get up and leave. Holy moly. Okay, I think we just found our first um, minor focus. This is going to be what Grog does. He now knows that there's something in that tower that's stronger than he is, and so he's not going to run from it. He's going to go train and come back and fight it again. Although I don't know what exactly I'm going to do about that. This is one issue I have with playing characters like this. I'm going to try and do this as much as we can, but we might end up having to head towards Whiterun and get into the center of Skyrim so that we can get some leveling done. But right now, I'm going to try and stay over here and work on building myself up. I know that guy is part of a mod, so I'm wondering if maybe he's just overpowered because of the fact that he's a mod. What the heck was that? At first I thought it was a deer running, like a frost deer running, but I'm starting to think that it was just like a... Oh, no. It's a pyromancer and a cryomancer fighting each other. Now Grog ain't gonna go fight that unless he has to. That was interesting though. First thing Grog does after he gets out of the stronghold is go gets his butt kicked by a phantom from the Dwemer. Now, I technically would disable that mod if it wasn't for the fact that I'm still doing Sarah's playthrough. I am recording this on the same time I'm doing Sarah's playthrough. We just defeated Alduin and beat the game. I do apologize to anybody who has gotten this far already, and I should have probably said this sooner. There will be spoilers for this because I am not going to be holding back on talking about spoilers. I do apologize if you don't like spoilers, but I'm also somebody who believes that if you're watching me play Skyrim, you probably have either beaten Skyrim or what you watch other people play Skyrim. If I'm your first person to see play through Skyrim, then nope. It's a good game. I think you should go play it. There's about 50 different versions out, and they're all pretty decent. You probably could get like the basic version though, and probably be fine. I would definitely say we're missing out if you missed the Dawnguard quest and stuff like that. We might do Dawnguard. I haven't decided yet. Ugh. I thought I saw something over there that looked like a flame Atronach, so I thought maybe that there was an Atronach near this novice fire mage. We won't be taking her clothes. I'm also going to try not to take too much stuff. Like, I'm not going to take the iron dagger, and I'm not going to take the clothes, because there's no point. Grog wouldn't need to take that stuff, and I'm not going to be able to sell. I might be able to sell it. I don't think I can sell it, and I don't want Grog to have too much stuff, because I don't plan on him having he's probably not going to get a place to live. Grog is probably going to be homeless this entire playthrough. The closest thing he's going to have to a home is a tent. Which, one thing I would like to collect is I'd like Grog to eventually get himself a hunting knife. Now, the problem with that is that we might need to buy it from a store. I think that's the only way you can get hunting knives. I know you're supposed to be able to make them, so you're supposed to be able to like craft your own hunting knife. The problem with that is that I have never been able to manage it. Yeah, that's Markarth. And then, which was weird because it kind of looked like, for some reason I was thinking Helm's Deep or Minas Tirith for a second there. I could go down there and do some of the quests. I have no issues with doing quests for the Nords. It's not like Grog isn't going to want to do quests for him. He just doesn't want to give into their society. He doesn't live in a society. He lives in a stronghold. Well, he lived in a stronghold. Now he lives wherever the heck he can find a place to sleep. Which might be a struggle for a while playing through this like this, because I don't know if he's going to be able to find anywhere to sleep. Well, he might be able to find somewhere to sleep if he can get enough hunting experience in the first few days of his survival to make himself a tent. Speaking of which, That's one thing you're going to notice. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of animal harvesting to get his harvesting skills up. He probably needs a lot of prey. He probably hasn't been very. I think that he was. I think his issue growing up was like he couldn't leave the stronghold. Like it was like, I don't know if it's an actual thing for like orc children not to be able to leave the stronghold. You actually never see any orc kids. I actually have noticed this in Skyrim. You actually, as far as I can tell, you never see a kid. You only see adults, unless it's of the like human races. Like there's no, like I've never seen a child high elf or a child Khajiit. Like like when I was first thinking about it, I was like, there's no way that's the case. There's no way that that's a thing. And then I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, oh wait, that might actually be the case. Oh god, that fire hurts. Oh god. Yep, got us killed. Which means we're probably going back a bit. Now this is where I start to wonder if I should just, oh wow. Yeah, that took us a good, decent chunk back. This makes me wonder if I should just remove the, thing, because, like, that was a good few minutes. I should have saved before I went up to those Forsworn. See, this is the issue, is like I said before, I am very under-leveled for here. And I have no potions, I have very little magicka, so I can't use the healing spell as much. Skyrim back to the beginning. You know what, I'm going to keep it in. I think people should see that even somebody who has a full playthrough of Skyrim on their channel and overplayed a single character way too much is still good. It still also struggles at the early levels. Then again, you can go see Sarah's playthrough. She died a lot in the beginning, as far as I can remember. Although she was in Whiterun, so I definitely say it's zoned. I know that there are probably mods out there that fix the zoning issue, but I also think that there are just mods out there that make the zoning issue worse. I know that a lot of people like the hardship of Skyrim. I am not a huge fan of the hardship of Skyrim. I would prefer Skyrim be easy. This goat is like constantly moving away from me, and it's kind of annoying because I am trying to get closer to it. Oh, thank you, Wolf. Wolf helped me kill goat. Maybe the wolf is my spirit animal. Maybe the wolf is my spirit guide. Wolf, were you sent by Malakath to aid me? Probably not. Alright, probably not about it. That's a definitely not. Alright. I am going to continue to loot all the butcher all the corpses. That's what I should do, is every time I do something I should save. Become a spastic saver. See, that's the issue with me in games like Skyrim. Since there's no save point, I don't think to save. All I think is, oh, I'll save eventually. I'll probably save at some point. I never actually save. Reach Cliff Cave discovered. Interesting. Now I wonder if this is the Reach Cliff Cave. I wonder which cave this actually is, because I don't remember this one. Let's go inside. We'll go inside and check it out. Gorog is probably hunting, trying to figure out himself. Now, why do I feel like I should recognize this? There ain't no I should recognize this. I recognize this. I'm just not entirely sure why. Oh god. Why are you so strong? See, I feel like I should be overpowered because I have the orcish armor, but like then I fight these guys and it's like you guys are still like tough. I wouldn't say they're strong because they definitely aren't, but they're definitely tough. No, actually. We're not going to use ancient Nordic weapons and stuff. That doesn't make any sense. Although the bow might make sense. Gorog might take the bow. Because the bow would be useful for hunting. Gorog will use arrows, bows and arrows. I'm going to try not to use magic. We might end up using magic. I don't know. If I can justify using magic, we might use magic. Like I said, the healing spell I kind of have to use. Oh god. Darn frost magic. Why was I getting hurt all of a sudden? Was he hitting me with the frost spell somehow? I saw the frost spell end up. Oh god. I may have just made a terrible mistake. Run, Grog. Oh god. Grog is tired. Grog is very out of stamina. For some reason my brain like thought he jumped down after me. Oh good. Nope. Run, Grog. Very much run. Oh, don't look back. Don't look back, Grog. Just keep running. Hopefully this guy is also he won't leave his cave. Because my problem is I quick saved, thinking I should quick save, and then proceeded to quick save in a bad spot. Alright. Yep, Grog's gonna go lick his wounds and mark this as another place of I should come back here and defeat these people eventually. That definitely seemed like a cave I should know. Curiosity kills the cat though, and we're not playing a Khajiit, so. I was thinking about doing a couple of these short playthroughs though, where I basically come up with a character and then come up with a like, do this as the character. Or like I play as a Khajiit merchant that wants to make like 10,000 gold, or like maybe 100,000 gold, depending on how quick I make 10,000 gold. Oh, I know where we're at now. Or at least I know where we're heading if we go this way. I kind of don't want to go this way because of that. I kind of want to go that way. Let's go that way. But, a Khajiit that wants to make like a bunch of money. Maybe a high elf that wants to go around and kill the guy in Whiterun who's worshipping Talos. Since I feel like that should be something a Thalmor would want to do. And if I think high elf, I instantly think Thalmor because maybe I'm racist. I'm at least racist in Skyrim. I'm definitely racist against high elves. I usually think all high elves are evil. Even though I know of a couple of high elves that I think are pretty good, decent people. Elves. Yeah. Because I definitely can say that I was a big fan of Idris, which is a Let's Player's high elf, which he was one of my favorite Let's Plays of Oblivion. One reason why it got me into one thing that got me really into playing Oblivion again was watching his playthrough. Obviously, it was one of those situations of like watching his playthrough was like watching Lord of the Rings, and then watching me play through it was like watching a reenactment of Lord of the Rings by like 5-year-olds. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be good. I was very bad. What's on here? Another cave that Grog will stick his nose in. Although, memory serves, which in somewhat it does, at least to a certain degree. Grog doesn't know this place, but I do. Ooh, it's a fishing hole. Maybe Grog will get into fishing. Okay, let's be honest. If Sarah didn't get into fishing, Grog's not going to get into fishing, and Sarah didn't get into fishing. At least not yet. She might. Lots of mushrooms. Grog collecting every bit of fungus he can. Aha! Now, I was talking about switching armor. I am now considering not switching armor, because I've already got my butt kicked a couple of times, although I will take your health potions, thank you. Your health potions are helpful. The Emerald Claw. Now the question is, do I want to carry the Emerald Claw? I know what I don't want to carry. I don't want to carry all the garbage I apparently now have on me. Okay, I don't need the iron boots. I don't know why I picked up the iron boots. I could technically drop my shield, but I feel like I should sell my shield. Let's go ahead and... down a couple of these ingredients. See if that helps. That does help, good. Let's head back to the stronghold. We're gonna leave that there, because Grog ain't gonna touch that. Grog's gotten his butt kicked enough times today to realize that he's probably not ready for whatever lies beyond that door. Because if somebody sealed something in that door, they probably wanted it to stay sealed in there, and Grog's not one to go touching things he shouldn't. I also am somebody who realizes that I'm pretty certain that that's a thing that I'm not currently able to do. No, I'm trying to mark this location. Isn't there a way to mark it? Mouse 1. I'm not trying to fast travel, I'm trying to mark it. Move it. Move it. There we go. That'll work. I'm just trying to mark where it is so I can start working my way back towards the stronghold. Grog probably feels like he's been messed up. Hasn't actually been that long though. We're still in the 17th and it's only in the 2 p.m. It's like playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead and feeling that the first day is so freaking long. Oh, no, I don't want to fight you guys again, because I definitely will get my butt kicked again. And you're going to fight me anyways. No, please no. Alright, we're going to try this, because this is going to try to work. Is that the glitch here? Is the plan to be that Grog is a barbarian and Grog is going to constantly be I would like to rage? Did I name Grog? Is there a D&D is there? I really hope there's in the I really hope I'm getting the name wrong. I think Grog is a D&D character. Truth be told, I came up with it. It was the first thing that came to mind when I was thinking of an orc warrior, and I'm 95% certain that there's a D&D character named Grog, and that it's probably going to be, oh, you're using that because of the popular D&D character. I messed up. I messed up, folks. I probably spelt it the same. It's fine. I'm gonna sit here and say that was not my plan. You all are probably not gonna believe me. That's fine. You're allowed to not believe me. Were the Imperials trying to take this location? I am taking their bow though, because their bow will be what is useful to Grog to attempt to learn his, to get his archery skill and start using that for hunting. He didn't get any, we could sleep here. Not going to sleep here. Mostly just because of the fact that, I do feel like, I don't want to sleep here. How long does this Berserk Rage last? Oh, there it goes. Speak of the devil, and it shall run... Wouldn't it be speak of Jesus and the devil shall go running for the hills? I know. Alright, where is the stronghold? I was trying to think of something to say clever there, and realized I had nothing to say clever there, and so I decided to just say that. Alright. We can make our way back towards the stronghold now. Like I said, Grog wasn't getting kicked out of the stronghold. That wasn't the situation. It was just that Grog was being told that he needed to go out and practice survival, which is probably a pretty good thought process since apparently he was... Oh god. Apparently he's very bad at hunting right now because his skills are very low, and I'm also very low on health. Ooh, we got a poor wolf hide. That's much better than everything else we've collected so far. Okay, we need to drop some stuff again. I'm gonna drop the wolf meat, which kind of sucks because I know that I'm gonna need I know that I'm gonna be hungry eventually, but you're still too overweight. All right, let's drop the large animal bones. Also drop the small animal bones. I'm actually... Nope, I want that wolf pelt. Where's the wolf pelt? Wolf pelt, go. No! I dropped the wolf pelt and I didn't mean to drop the wolf pelt. I need the large animal bone. There's the large animal bone. Where's the wolf pelt? There's the wolf pelt. Oh, that was all over the ground. Never mind. But yeah, I want the poor wolf pelt because that we can actually use to strip, and then we can use it for making our tent eventually because we need a tent. We don't have a tent right now. Poor Gorog. Went out to try and make something of himself and got his butt handed to him by a bunch of stuff. It's all good, Gorog. You'll get there eventually. I now have to look it up when I get it done with this. If Gorog is the barbarian character I'm thinking of from D&D, because if that's the case, I really feel like I don't know if I should change the character's name now just because of that. I don't feel like I have to. I might, and I really would be. I'm gonna be kind of upset if I end up having to, because
poisons are to be feared. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients.
I don't think the name is. I don't think I don't think that'll be a problem if I use the name. Because I don't feel like it shouldn't be a problem. Knowing my luck, it's gonna be a problem. He could sell her the potion ingredients. At least some of them. Some of them have value. These are useful, and I can sell those. We don't need poisons. Grog doesn't use poisons. Because I'm not smart enough to remember to use them. Go ahead and sell the blister ward. I think the blister ward does healing. And that.
Fight well.
It's not the fact that the gold will be more useful to me. I can't even say that because I don't know. It's the fact that I'm trying to sell anything right now.
Are you looking for work? The mines are nearby.
What do you have for sale?
Protect yourself?
No, she doesn't. She wants me to do mining. Maybe Grog should do mining. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Oh, she has a iron hunting knife. Does that mean she has a steel hunting knife? Yes, she does. Okay, yeah, I'll take a steel hunting knife because I need one. She has a lot of leather. Let's go back to the tanning rack here. That's here real quick. Like I said, he's allowed to use their equipment. He can't sleep here though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep here, so I'm gonna say that he can't sleep here because I don't think I can. I think if I try to sleep here, I'll get yelled at. So the large leather tent is 16 strips, and okay, so we can't make that. The small leather tent is 12 leather and 8 strips. We have 4 strips, so we only need 4 strips and 12 leather. I don't think she has 12 leather. I think she has 10 leather. If that's the case, well, let's see. What do you have for sale?
Protect yourself or deal some damage.
Now the problem with it is I know that I also don't have a woodcutter's axe, and I want a woodcutter's axe. Let's see. Yeah, she has 10 leather. So I'll buy the 10 leather. And I will buy the 4 leather straps. I don't need to buy the 4 leather straps because I'm going to get leather from doing more hunting. And I'm going to have to do more hunting. She did offer me... Oh. Weight. Problematic. Forgot how heavy leather is. Okay, what is she... Okay, I know what Grog's carrying on him that's so heavy. We're gonna go sell his helmet and his, we're gonna sell his helmet, because I don't like the orc's helmet.
The finest weapons and armor.
So we're gonna sell his helmet, and we're gonna sell his shield. Because I'm not gonna use either of those. So we can sell this, and we can sell this. That brings us under our weight class. Keep the rest of that. And keep all of that, that's fine.
Alright.
Alright. We're still technically well over our weight limit, which is probably because of supplies and stuff. We have an amethyst, which is doing a little bit. We have a lot of animal fat and stuff. So, I know what we need to do. I wasn't planning on doing this as part of the, I wasn't planning on doing this because I know it takes forever, and there's no way for me to change that. But we need to go harvest some wood. We also can create an item. I could do forage, but I'm not that desperate yet. And some people might be like, "Oh, it's not desperate to forage. You might actually get something good." I have done foraging before. I'm just not a huge fan of it. All right. Let's try to find. I think this area will be wooded enough for it to allow me to use the forge. I can't cut dead wood right now because I don't have an axe, but I can go ahead and gather branches. Grog is getting hungry. He's getting the rumbly tumbly. My main thing right now, though, is I'm trying to get us set up for long term. Let's go with create an item. I think I can create. Yeah, I can. Okay. So we can make the stone hatchet, which takes stones, but we don't. Which it's a stone hatchet, yet it doesn't take stones. Yet I know that there's a. Let's see, where is it? There's like a. It might be under Scrimshaw. There's like a All right. Let's make this. And now I can harvest wood again, but this time we can chop dead wood. I should not be doing this right now, now that I think about it. We're going to be setting up camp over here. I think this is a good place to set up camp. And the main thing, and the reason that I'm deciding to set up camp, Scrimshaw, is we're going to try to set up a bone hunting knife. Oh! I guess we could have done that. Okay then. Cache marker. Here we go. Alright, now we're still low on health. Am I just putting off healing? Gorog does not need health. Gorog just needs camp. There we go. Now we can drop all the crap in here that's making us heavy and we don't have to worry about it. Okay, we can drop off this, we can drop off this, we can drop off these, we can drop off this. And that's fine. Let's drop off all of our ingredients. We still have our food on us, our starting food. We'll go ahead and drop off this ring and this ring. Alright. Now, before we get going, I'm going to heal. See, the problem with it is my health wasn't changing, so it goes away. I wish that if, as long as I was less than 100%, it would stay. It would be persistent. Oh, there's my Imperial bow. Okay. Now, I'd like to go hunting. The problem with it is I don't think there's anything left to hunt in the area. I don't have any mods that change the hunting, sadly. I've looked for some, like to increase how much game there is in the wilds to hunt. It's one reason why I always up the game to being plentiful, because I never feel like there's enough hunting in the game because there's never anything to hunt. I mean, there's these goats. Our archery skill is so bad we can't even kill a goat. And now it's gone. That's ridiculous. Grog probably is very much not the type to be hunting like this. He probably wants to run up and just smash the goat. There we go. There you go, Grog. You're getting it. There's a couple of goats in this area. I don't know if the goats will give me the hide I need though, because so it's like I'm gonna do this, but I don't know if this will work. we go. Now, if I was a good YouTuber, I'd go in and edit out all those shots that I missed and make you guys think I was really good at this game. Alright, there we go. Now, let's go check that, the one that we got out. I'm hoping I can figure out where the heck I put my cache at, because suddenly I don't feel so confident. I know it was near these dead trees. Maybe it was over there. We'll find it in a second. We're going to head back into the stronghold real quick and process these goat hides. Ooh, getting chilly. Once we get these goat hides processed, we'll be able to go get ourselves settled.
I serve my chief and my brothers by working in the mines. It's the only place fit for an aged
Are you looking
warlord.
to work? The mines are nearby. You bring me ore.
They say that's the only place fit for an aged orc.
Sorry, Outlander, but this old orc cannot help you. Gorog is the chief here.
Excuse me, need to use this. Not willing to wait for you to stop. Yeah, much like I thought, it's not worth the... Oh wait, no. So there's the goat hide. Aha! Can't make it into leather. Now we're looking for the tent.
I am Borguk's mother and wise woman to our tribe, Outlander.
I helped my mother Arup with the hunt.
Now they'll always call us Outlander because of the game. Now the way that this says is that, like, the backstory I took wasn't actually my idea. Like, if we go here, even after all these years, the orcs of the stronghold still refer to me as Outlander. Perhaps they are right, for I find myself once more becoming restless and wishing for a life of adventure, glory, and fame. I no longer ignore the calling, as though Malakath himself is urging me onward. So, Gorog is definitely not, the backstory of Gorog is definitely not something that I can say is I coming up with. I kind of just used what was already there. Now, do we have the dead wood. It's not what I was looking for, though. Do we have leather? We don't have any leather in here. Okay, so I haven't collected the leather yet. Now, what I do want to collect real quick... Let's collect more deadwood. I probably could have made the bed first, now that I think about it. If I had gone with... We are going to go with quick. I don't want to do realistic. Because realistic takes a lot, and I already have so many issues with this, doing it this way. We're also going to need to use the strike stone. We don't know enough magic to light something on a fire. There we go. Now, do we have any more, we make seared fat. Also make a roast leg. We're gonna cook some of this. We're also gonna meat cook some of this. We're gonna cook some of this, and we're gonna put the rest of the meat that hasn't been cooked into here. But that's the end of the episode. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.